I've recorded this 5 times over by now. It's Thursday. And I had a couple things that I wanted to talk to you about that I forgot to talk to you about in previous videos because I am an idiot. Okay, so, about 2 weeks ago, you posted a video explaining that you were going to be moving soon. And you turned around and was like, hey, maybe we should not do the word of the week thing. And I have to say I'm inclined to agree because we don't really pay attention to it too much. It's said so quickly during our videos that it normally doesn't stick with us, and as much as I like being able to donate to Project for Awesome, currently I just kind of do a lump sum and shove into Project for Awesome. So I think that maybe we should find something better. I'm not sure what it is, but I think that we could find something that could, maybe be a little bit better, or maybe we could incorporate it more into our videos or something, because we're really bad at remembering what our words were. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to talk about today is the fact that time is moving very quickly, and yet very slowly, and yet very I don't know at the same time. I know that the old saying goes that, the older you get, the faster time flies, and I kind of feel inclined to agree, but then there's points in the day where I'm kind of like, oh my god, move time. Normally when I'm working. Because that's how I feel at work sometimes. Like, between 10 and 11, right before I get off, I'm like, can this go any slower? Please, I want to go home. But, Josh and I recently were talking because we found out, yesterday that one of our friends happened to, end things off with their significant other. And this is the second time this has happened to us when it comes to our quote-unquote couples friends. Josh and I are relatively close. We've been living with each other for nigh on 4 years, and we have been dating for nigh on 4 years. We started dating in 2013, and right before we started the vlog in 2014. So the vlog's actually 3 years old, which is crazy. I think it's 3 years old. Let me double check and see. Let's go to date added oldest. Yeah, 3 years ago, so 2014. Cool. I wasn't crazy. I wanted to double check. I'm on the one vlog apart thing, because I had to pull this up to figure out what time you posted up your moving video, because I remembered that I forgot to mention this stuff. But anyway, while we were talking about this, it kind of struck us that we've been together for almost 4 years. We haven't hit the 4-year mark, obviously, but this December, we will hit 4 years together, and we'll be engaged. We've been engaged for 2 now, and more like than not, it's just going to continue growing from that point, because that's just how I see our relationship going. I don't see a termination point at any point in time. Thank goodness. But it's just kind of weird, because we kind of realized that we don't have a lot of friends who are in the same boat as us. And in a lot of ways, it's kind of scary because we can't talk about our problems. And sometimes people come to us for relationship advice because we're engaged, we're happy, we know what we're doing. No, we don't. But because of all that, it's just kind of interesting because it's hard. Because our friends, the 2 friends that we have that ended up ending it with their significant others, terminated about the same time that we've been together at the 4-year mark. And it's been really weird for us to see that happen, because we didn't expect these people to end up ending their relationships. We actually thought that they were relatively happy. And hearing the word "it stagnated" or "the distance killed us" and things like that just kind of really not affects me, but makes you sit back and go, I wonder, how does that happen? How do you hit a point where you just know that it's not a good thing to do anymore? And, it hasn't brought up any, terrible thoughts or anything. It's just something that Josh and I had to sit down and talk through last night, because it kind of took us both off guard. Especially since we only have 2 friends that are, friends. I say 2 friends, it's actually closer to 4, because, their significant others are a part of it too. But we only have a couple of friends up here that actually are in relationships. That would be Jeff and Melissa, who we end up playing Star Wars with. And I really enjoy Melissa because she's just as quirky as we are. She's a bio major as well, and she not studies stuff. I don't remember what her exact job is, but she works night shifts like you do, and she sleeps all day like we do. So it's kind of nice to be like, I'm not the only one sitting here who's like, I need a nap in the middle of the Star Wars campaign that we're playing. But anyway, there's those two, and then we've got, I have to actually think about which, Chris and Kelly, who you saw from the Thoughts from Places. And it's, they're the only two. And Chris and Kelly have been together a little less time or a little longer. It's either less, well, obviously it's either or. I think it's been less, but still, it's interesting. And then, of course, Jeff and Melissa have been together for as long as we have. So that's just kind of what I've been thinking about and what's kind of rocked my boat for this week. There's nothing else really going on in my life aside from work. As per usual. I do nothing but live, eat, sleep, breathe, work. Yep. But your word for next week is live, because I feel like saying live, and I will see you on Monday.